Hello everyone, welcome back to another video in Build a Boat for Treasure. That's me and the gimbal right there, and this little drone is the cute little thing that I'm going to start with. I'm going to show you 4 different builds today, and this is number 1 because it is so darn cute. It also picks up another avatar, so this Captain 56 Alt guy has volunteered to be my guinea pig for the day to see if I can get him to the treasure. And here we go. It works pretty well. The gimbal in the build area uses a pilot seat, so I put a 3-axis gimbal on it so that it can operate just as if I'm in the vehicle with the passenger and flying it that way. The downside to the gimbal, of course, is that there is a little bit of a delay, like the ropes stretch a little bit or something. It's not actually a stretch, but let's see, I'm getting audio from my game. I'm going to shut that off. There we go. Anyway, this is it's kind of fun. I've taken a number of people to the treasure in this thing, and it's always interesting. Oh, let's see if it flies. That's not too bad. I added a little bit extra weight to the gimbal. It's important to use some heavy stuff on the gimbals because the way the ropes work, they seem to like a little extra mass. So titanium is a good one to use. Rusted metal or the regular metal is also just as good. Let me show you how I spin those propellers. So I've revealed everything and slowed down the motor, or the wheel, that makes the little propellers turn, so you can see what that looks like in kind of in slow motion. There's a bunch of hinges up here, and there's a structure that holds the hinges, and the ropes are what's actually transferring the energy from this wheel, which is the only one spinning. That wheel spins all 4 of the propellers through those other ropes. These little plastic pieces here, these little supports, they just connect the propeller to the end of the rope there. This one is similar in the way that it's just a little car, but I have these cute little signs on it that let you know my intentions. So the gimbal on here has been locked. I locked this axis right here because it's not really necessary, and it's not really so much a flying thing as it is a driving thing. So very much by the way it looks, you can tell that it's supposed to be something that drives. So there we go. And this one goes to the treasure, same way as the other one basically, and it has the little sign, so that's kind of nice. I forgot to jump out of my gimbal before I loaded this other one, so I'm stuck. My view is stuck on the gimbal position. I'm trying to get in my seat there. It's a little bit tricky. If I can get in a seat, I think I'm good. Here we go. Now I can get out of the seat. Oh, my view is fixed. Okay, cool. So this one is also a gimbaled thing, but it is not a car. It is just a jet, and let me show you what that looks like here. Here we go. So it has this gimbal, and again I've locked the back end of it here so that this, what is this? The tilt axis. I forget, pitch, roll, yaw, I don't know, all those terms, but basically it just goes like this and then like this. And those are the 2 axes that you would always have with a pilot seat anyway, so there's really no point to having more than that. Let me load this thing up again so I can get rid of the crazy view of the plastic. So there we go. I got 1 passenger seat in there, and of course there's a regular jet centered inside here, and that's where I put the purple wings, and I matched the color with that. It also has a thruster inside there, which is kind of nice. You can do it like a vertical landing, kind of like a SpaceX rocket or something would. You can just kind of slow down when you get near the ground and do a kind of a soft touchdown. If I could, do it right. Anyway, it goes to the treasure really fast. So you can use you can turn on the thruster, and then you can use the regular jet as brakes. And that makes sure that you get the stage rewards as you go through them. Because if you go through them too fast, you don't get the stage rewards. Got to spend about a second in each stage just to get those that gold. So it's worth it if you want the gold. And of course, I always want the gold because, you can never have too much of that. Still not sure what I'm going to do with my gold. This one might be the most fun, even though it gets me absolutely no gold whatsoever. You gotta check this out. These are awesome. It's like a squadron of jets flying in formation. So I'm using a gimbal in the build area there, and I've got a 3-axis gimbal on it, and it's a pilot seat. And it is connected to the center jet, so it's this one right here, with a single rope. And then the other jets are all connected to that one with rods. Just a single rod per jet. They also have thrusters on them, so that's kind of neat. And they get a little crazy looking sometimes. but they all stay in formation because those rods are preventing them from crashing into each other. And let me reveal everything here so you can see all the stuff. There we go. So I can rotate around, and you can see that this is the center point right here. And you can see my gimbal right there doing the same thing. And there it is going that way. And there's the rope that's connecting the center one. The rods, let's see if I can find the specs for the rods here. I had to jump out of my seat to find one. They're really buried right in the dead center of each one of these jets. It's kind of important to do that. But you can see that the length of 14 just kind of keeps them separated by just enough. The match rotation is really important, and the angle limit of 180 is important, so that they have the ability to rotate around as they should. It's also important in this thing to have the jet force turned down on these jets. I think they're all turned down. Yeah, so that's the center jet, and even it's turned down to the orange, just one above the weakest. That seems to be the kind of the sweet spot for this. And of course, a little bit of testing, you'll get there no problem anyway. But, you know, with a little bit more creativity, I could actually make these things look like something, like an actual jet. And if you happen to have a jet, you can just multiply that thing, hook them together, and you'll have a whole squadron of jets moving in sync with each other, which is pretty darn fun. Hey, thank you guys for watching my video. I hope you have a great rest of your day. See you in the game. Bye-bye.